billions of people who follow the sport in China. Please welcome Shiming and his trainer, who you all know, Freddie Roach.
Thank you, Bob. 谢谢在场的所有媒体。
For all the media came to.
这是我第一次踏上美国的舞台，也是我第一次，然后在美国的一次表演。
It's my debut in the States.
这一场比赛对我很重要，然后也意味着我年底会有冲向最高金腰带的一次机会，然后这场比赛我会尽我全力发挥我最好的水平。
This is an important fight for me, and my next fight will be the world champion fight. So I will do my best in this fight to show the world.
美国是我曾经在芝加哥，然后拿到了我第2次的奥运会的世界金牌，所以说这一块是我的福地。我相信我在美国的这个赛场上会有更好的表现。
During my Olympic career, I got gold medalist in Chicago, so I'm sure that fighting the States will bring me good luck.
谢谢大家，祝大家都好运 ，Thank you。
I've been training Shiming for a couple of years now. He's been fighting mostly over in China, and he's been doing really well. And he's getting better and better all the time. He's a great fighter, three-time Olympian actually, and just getting him out of the amateur style and more of the pro style has been a little bit of work, but that's what we're getting towards. And he's sitting down his punches a lot better and doing very well. And also in the gym right now, yesterday was Victor Postal, and he's getting ready for his big fight coming up also. Thank you.
On July 23rd, as you know, the 2 best 140-pounders in the world won the WBC champion, undefeated Victor Postal, and the other, who incidentally is trained by Freddie, and the other, Terrence Crawford, the WBO 140-pound champion, also undefeated, will meet. It's a great, great fight. Now, I don't care how many times either guy has been in the newspapers or whatever. Everybody who follows boxing knows that they're great fighters, and they know that the fight on July 23rd will be sensational. But just in case that Crawford and Postal don't have enough name value to sell pay-per-view on their own, we have assembled a tremendous undercard, which features some of the best fighters in the world, and not coincidentally, but by design, they feature great Hispanic fighters. Because as the Hispanic community in this country now faces the most serious threat in their history, it is important that we show people of all ethnic groups, of all colors and religions, how important the Hispanics are, what great people they are, and what wonderful athletes the Hispanic community produces. So let's talk about this undercard for July 23rd. First, we have a welterweight championship fight, which matches 2 of the top welterweights in the world, Francisco Santana, and he will be fighting against Jose Benavides Jr. Two terrific fighters. Anybody who knows anything about boxing knows what a great spirited contest this will be, and no one will be surprised if that fight steals the show on the July 23rd card. So first, let me bring up to the microphone with a record of 24 wins and 1 defeat from Santa Barbara, California, Francisco Espinosa, and his manager, Frank Espinosa, and trainer, Joseph Horst Chapman.
Thank you everyone for coming. I've always said, if there's no risk, there's no reward. And you know, I honestly believe that. I feel that the two fighters that I have the privilege of representing today are a perfect example of this. One of those fighters is Francisco Chia Santana. When I first saw Francisco Santana in the ring, I knew he had something special, and he was championship material. His last victory over Ed Valdez just proves that he's more than ready to take on the likes of a Benavidez, who is currently undefeated. I'm confident that Francisco Santana has the skills to fight for a world title in the future, and I'm happy to be here on his side for the journey. We're excited to be here today. And I want to thank Bob Arum and Top Rank and HBO for showcasing our talent. You won't want to miss this fight. Thank you very much.
Buenos días a todos. Primero en español y después en inglés. Bueno, primero quiero dar gracias a Dios, a mi visita a Guadalupe por todas las bendiciones, a mi promotor Bob Arum, a mi manejador Frank Espinosa, y mis entrenadores Coach Joseph Shiming y mi strength coach Cesar Ramirez. Pues qué puedo decir, yo sé que Benavidez es un buen peleador, tiene un buen talento y tiene sus cualidades, así como yo también para las mías. Así que el 23 de julio le vamos a brindar una bonita pelea para todo el público. Gracias. First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity. I want to thank my promoter Bob Arum and Top Rank, along with my manager Frank Espinosa and my trainers Coach Joseph Janik and Cesar Ramirez. And well, what can I say? I know that Jose Benavidez is a great, excellent, and fighter. He's got his own talent and his own qualities as well as I do. I'm a talented fighter as well, and I think his style and my style will be able to give the boxing fans a very beautiful fight. So July 23rd, you guys can't miss this fight. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I'd like to thank Bob and the Top Rank team, especially Frank, for putting us in this position as a trainer. We don't get an opportunity to knock on the door very often, so we know we need to capitalize on that. On the 23rd, Francisco will be ready for whatever team Benavidez brings. It's a pleasure to be in the ring with them. We've known each other for quite a while. They're a class act, the whole family. So don't miss it. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Thanks.
Jose Benavidez is undefeated. Record of 24 wins and no defeats. 16 of those wins by knockout. He comes from Phoenix, Arizona. He's fought a lot of fights in Southern California, so I know you're familiar with him. He was a former interim 140-pound champion, but now as a growing boy, he's fighting as a full welterweight. This is a very, very interesting fight that he's in, very competitive, but Jose wants challenges, and it's a pleasure to introduce to you Jose Benavidez Jr. and his father and manager, Jose Benavidez Sr.
afternoon, everybody. I just want to thank Bob Aaron for this big opportunity, the media, and Santana's whole team also for the opportunity. We've been training really hard for this fight. He has to make a big statement in order to go get another title. We've been getting ready with one of the best prospects right now, his brother, David El Bandera Roja de Ramirez. He's been sparring with them, and what can I tell you? Like I told him, you know, he has to look spectacular in order to go to the next level. We've been training really hard. It's going to be a war, and I think you guys stay tuned to watch this fight. It's going to be really interesting. Thank you.
How's it going, everyone? First off, I want to thank Top Rank, Bob Arum, my team, everyone that's been here, supporting all the boxers. We've had one hell of a camp. I've been in California for 5 months now, so we're getting ready for this fight. I mean, what could I say? I feel ready already. I'm ready for this fight. The guy, Chia is a good boxer, but I think I have what it takes to beat him, and we're gonna end this night victorious. I'm gonna beat him that night, and I feel confident that it's gonna be a good night. Thank you.
Funny how life is. When Jose first started with Top Rank, he was sort of a little scrawny guy. He's grown up. Right? Yeah, a lot of, yeah. And I was pretty young then, and now I'm an old guy. Anyway, life goes on. I want to talk a little about the Valdez-Rueda fight. I just want to clear up any misunderstanding you might have. Oscar Valdez is the #1 contender in the 126 featherweight division of the WBO. Matias Rueda is #2. Both of the fighters are undefeated. The champion at 126 is Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl is fighting June 11th in Madison Square Garden for the WBO Super Featherweight Championship, 130 pounds, against Rocky Martinez. If Lomachenko wins the 130-pound title and decides to keep that title and give up the 126-pound title, this fight between Valdez and Rueda will be for the World Championship. If Lomachenko loses to Martinez or defeats Martinez and decides to stay at 126, this fight will be an official final elimination for the title. We won't know what label to put on this fight until about a week after the June 11th fight, because Vasyl told me that he will, if he beats Martinez, will take very little time to make a decision whether to stay at 126 or to keep the 130-pound title. In any event, this fight, which is an outstanding one, will be a 12-round fight, and it matches Matias Rueda from Argentina, whose record is 26 wins and no defeats, 23 of those wins by knockout. And Oscar Valdez, who is familiar to all of you, I think. He's a 2-time Mexican Olympian. His record is 20 wins and no defeats, 17 of those wins by knockout. He's on a tear. He recently was seen on the Pacquiao-Bradley card, knocking out the very durable Evgeny Gradovich. Oscar is here with us today with his manager, Frank Espinoza. So I'd like to bring them to the microphone now. Oscar.
As I mentioned earlier, risk and reward go hand in hand. My other fighter, Oscar Valdez, is proof that taking risks leads to big rewards. He's never been closer to a world title. Now, I've been in the business a long time, and let me tell you, a fighter like Valdez comes around once in a lifetime. He's a two-time Mexican Olympian who just had a knockout win over former world champion Ramirez. He's worked hard to prepare for the world title, and his time has come to take that shot on July 23rd. It'll be a night to remember. And once again, I want to thank Bob Arum and Top Rank, the reason that we're all here. And of course, HBO, for showing the viewers the magic that happens inside the ring. Thank you, and world title, here we come.
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity. I've got a lot more people to thank. My manager, Frank Espinosa, Frankie Jr., my father, and of course, Bob Arum, giving me all these opportunities. My last fight, when I fought Ramirez, I won. Bob Arum told me I wanted to take a long break, but if I wanted to jump back in the gym and fight for a close fight, I told him, yeah, I'm ready. I don't want to take vacations. Once I went back home, I kept on training because I know I had a feeling good news was about to come. So I kept on working hard. I got the call from my manager, Frank, and he said that I might fight for the world title. Even if it's not for a world title, if it is or not, I'm going to train very hard because I know my dream is very close. So right now, back here in California, training camp's already on. Me and my trainer, Valdez, we're doing a tremendous job. We already started with sparring in 1 week. As you can see, we got a tough sparring. So I'll work hard for this fight. I can do it for all my fights. It doesn't matter who Matias brother is. I'm gonna go extra hard. It's hopefully it's gonna be for the world title just to make it a bit more interesting. But I know I got a lot more career as a professional. I guess I want to thank everyone for coming and hope to see you guys. It's July 23. It's going to be very good fights. Once again, I'll be sharing rings with my friend, Ramirez. It's going to be a great card. This fight also with Crawford just gets me more excited. I want to see the fight myself. So, I guess I'm going to be ready. Hopefully it's for the world title. Now, I'm still going to train very hard for this and hopefully get that win. Thank you. Buenas tardes a todos. Primeramente quiero dar las gracias a Dios por darme esta oportunidad. Como siempre lo he dicho, siempre tengo que estar agradecido con mi equipo. Tengo un buen equipo que me respalda, como mi manejador Frank Espinosa, Frankie Jr., mi entrenador Manny Robles, mi padre que siempre está en la esquina, y por supuesto que Bob Arum siempre me da esas buenas oportunidades, y siempre hay que tratar de aprovecharlo al máximo. Estoy más que contento por esta oportunidad porque creo que estoy un pasito a lograr mi sueño. Desde que he tenido 9 años he soñado con ser campeón mundial. Y bueno, siento que estamos muy cerquita. Así que si es por campeonato mundial o no, yo siempre voy a entrenar bien duro para estas peleas. Matías Rueda es un boxeador muy duro, un boxeador típico argentino que pega bien duro. Obviamente va a tratar de morir en la línea como nosotros los mexicanos. Así que yo voy a estar más que listo. Ya empezamos el campamento, no tomé muchas vacaciones, incluso cuando estaba en casa seguí entrenando, yendo al gimnasio, corriendo, para que no me agarraran descuidado, por si viene una buena noticia. Así que estoy más que preparado para esta pelea, estamos cerca del peso. Ahorita vamos a esperar a que se dé la noticia, ¿no? Como repito, si es por campeonato o no, yo voy a entrenar muy duro, porque para mí todas las peleas son importantes. Así que quiero dar las gracias a todos por el apoyo. Esta pelea obviamente va por México y muchas gracias a todos.
On April 9th, not only was Oscar on the Pacquiao-Bradley card, but another young man who was in a fight that people questioned whether he was ready for, whether he was experienced enough to fight the long-term champion Arthur Abraham of Germany, who had won a whole series of fights and felt that he could handle Ramirez easily, and so is willing for an extra large payday to come to the United States to fight Gilberto because he was so confident. And we at Top Rank had a lot of faith in Gilberto, but we also had reservations whether he can handle an experienced fighter, champion like Arthur Abraham. And you guys know the results. Well, a lot of the success of Gilberto in that fight was due to his management and promotional team, co-promoters, Jesus Sapari and his trainer Hector Sapari. So before I introduce Gilberto, let's hear a word from Jesus and Hector.
Hi everybody. I want to thank the background HBO and the media also, and for the good opportunity that we have for Gilberto to showcase in another big show like July 23rd. Gilberto not only made history in Mexico, he made history for the whole world. Gilberto is still working really hard. He's one of a kind. He's a boy that is always working really hard, and he's getting ready not only for this fight, he's getting ready to make history in the super middle weight division. Next July the 23rd, Gilberto will do a very good fight for all the fans because that's what he wants. He wants to get in the big fights. And July 23rd, you will see a big show from him. Thank you for everybody. Muchas gracias a todos aquí a Top Rank, a Power, a HBO. Muchas gracias a la prensa por estarnos acompañando. Quiero decir que este próximo julio 23, Gilberto va a hacer una gran pelea. Él quiere hacer historia, quiere seguir haciendo historia, no solo por ser el primer mexicano en ser campeón supermedio, sino quiere llegar a las grandes peleas que los aficionados quieren. Y Gilberto ha estado trabajando muy duro para lograrlo. Quiero decirles a todos que este próximo día 23 van a ver una gran pelea y sigue trabajando Gilberto para seguir siendo historia en el mundo del boxeo. Muchas gracias.
Good afternoon, everybody. First, I want to give thank you to my team, to my father Gilberto, to give me the opportunity to be with them, to Bob Arum, Top Rank, the people that is behind. We are really motivated, very excited for this day, July 23rd. It's going to be a really great card. Postal and Crawford, a very good fight. Really good talents. They're going to be there like Oscar Valdez, Jose Benavides Jr., Santana. It's going to be a spectacular show for all the fans. Gilberto is a fighter that always is in shape. He never takes long breaks after the fights. He always is ready for any fighter. This fighter that is coming, the German Dominic British, he's a fighter that we don't know him very well. So that makes him very dangerous, a very dangerous fighter. So we're getting ready, we're working hard to make a fantastic show this July 23rd. Buenas tardes a todos. Quiero dar las gracias a mi equipo de trabajo, a mi padre, a Gilberto por darme la oportunidad de estar con ellos, al promotor Bobaro, a su equipo que está detrás, a toda la prensa también. Estamos bien motivados por esta pelea, esta gran cartelera el día 23 de julio. Va a ser una gran cartelera, Crawford, Postol, una gran pelea, uno de los mejores welters que existe hoy en estos días. Grandes talentos van a estar presentes, están ahí como José Benavides Jr., Oscar Valdez, Gilberto Ramirez, el oponente de Benavides y de Valdez son buenos oponentes, son garantía de espectáculo. Nosotros no conocemos muy bien el oponente de Gilberto, pero eso convierte al peleador más difícil, más peligroso, porque no lo conocemos. Así que estamos entrenando muy duros para esta pelea. más duro que siempre, mejor que siempre, porque no solamente queremos a Gilberto que sea campeón mundial, sino que sea un campeón mundial sólido en la división de las 168 libras. Gracias.
Ramirez will defend his title against Dominic British of Germany. The Germans, having lost the title to Zordo on April 9th, now seek revenge in an attempt to win it back. Dominic's record is 32 wins, 2 defeats, so it should be a very interesting contest. Now, you know, as Gilberto knows, and as Jesus and Hector know, I always introduce Gilberto saying what a terrific fighter he is, what a great young man. Last April I said what a worthy challenger he was for the title. But now for the first time I can say, please welcome the super middleweight champion of the world, Gilberto Zordo.
Thank you, Mr. Bob. I want to try to speak a little bit English, Spanish too. First of all, I want to say thanks God for this big opportunity. My team, Bob Aaron, HBO. I'm really happy for this challenger, for this big cartel, for working really hard for this fight. And I'm really happy for my friend Ramirez and Oscar Valdez. They wanna fight in the same cartel for me, and I'm really excited for that, for the world title. Y thank you everyone. Muchas gracias a todos. Primero que nada, gracias a Dios por la oportunidad, mi equipo de trabajo. Estoy muy contento de defender mi título por primera vez. Estoy muy contento por esta gran cartelera, porque mi equipo de trabajo hemos estado trabajando muy duro para esta pelea. Oscar Valdez se va a coronar también, primero Dios, y pues estamos con Benavides también, que le deseamos lo mejor a cualquiera de los dos, ¿no? Pero que gane el mejor, y muchas gracias a todos, y pues nos vemos en julio 23, si Dios quiere. Muchas gracias.
Oscar's English is getting good, huh? Yeah. You're teaching him. This card on July 23rd not only includes the fights we've talked about today, and of course the championship fight between Terence Crawford and Victor Postal, the unification fight, but also we'll have on the international telecast 2 other outstanding fights, international fights. The Japanese young man who won the Olympic gold at middleweight in London in the last Olympiad, Rio Murata, undefeated, will fight against the Native American Kid Comanche. And in another international fight, I.K. Yang of China will fight Lenny Zavarina of Australia. So it's a great international card. It's a terrific value for fight fans. We've kept the ticket prices very reasonable, and that's why tickets are going so well. The top price ticket is $300, and the low price ticket is $50, and we're about 55–60% sold, which is terrific for this time out. I think everybody who comes to this fight and sees these fights and sees these young fighters and watches this card will be extraordinarily pleased with what they will see. So thank you all for coming, and a lot of these fighters, Gilberto, Oscar trained here in the LA area, Francisco Santana as well, and so we will be holding open workouts for them later on so that you can see their progress in preparing for this event. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you around.